Granger knows that as an HVAC technician, the heat is on you every day. Your first call? An office building with a noisy AC unit. Time to put your experience to work. On site, your meters don't lie. The blower motor's failing. But Granger's easy-to-search website...
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chart Request Live, the show where you send us the tickers and we pull up the charts. I'm Alfonso. I'm the Director of Research at All-Star Charts, and today I'm joined by my good friend and newest member of the analyst team, Dan. He's making his debut today on the show, and man, it's such a pleasure to have you here. He looks at many charts as we do, and he's always hunting for, trade ideas, looking for opportunities. He's the man. So what is happening, Dan? How are you?
I'm good, Alfonso. How are you doing?
Everything good, man. Everything good.
This is just a really cool moment for me because, as you know, I religiously send chart requests in to the show. And so to be on the other side now, receiving those requests and analyzing is very cool.
Man, it will be a good show. I'm already seeing Mr. Serbi in the chat. Dylan is right there. Hansen, what's up? So we will start with the mailbox stickers. If you want us to, take a look at of your stocks first, just make sure to send us into our inbox the tickers, and we will go through them first at the show. So let's start with what? What do we have for today, Dan?
So first we have Sol Z. He wants to look at DNN or NXE or both.
Man, let's take a look. Let's take a look at both of this, right?
And uranium has been trending very well.
Nice. I mean, look at this. What's the market cap of this one?
This one, I believe,
3.4 billion market cap. Man, look at this nice base here. So yeah, look, I mean, I like to zoom out to have some perspective in this chart. I'm just dropping the VWAP from the highs, from the all-time highs and the IPO from back in 2007. And man, we're looking at a monster rounding bottom formation. The last time we were here around that 430 level, we got halted and we saw a massive correction in DNN. But man, the space it's expanding, stocks are looking good. And we're talking about a monster rounding bottom pattern right here, right now. So for me, it's very simple, Dan. If we can break above 430, man, the passive leader resistance is clearly higher. And I think we're heading towards 14. Maybe let's add, this retracement level. I think we can go towards 8 or 9, and then why not 14? But look, this is a monster base, and I mean, sometimes it takes time, but price is right there, pressing above and pressing against the upper bound of this monster range. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a great setup. Monster base right above that level. You get along this one all day. Yeah,
that's you have a clean level around 430. The next one was NXE, right? Some uraniums here, right? So let's take a look at the Uranium ETF. Bro, look at this. Nice bearish to bullish reversal pattern. I mean, this stock has been in an absolute tier lately. We already completed this rounding bottom, right? And now we're hitting that 38 retracement level around 55 or 56. That's a big one. We saw, price got halted and took some pause in October, and now we're, pressing against new highs again. That's a big level, and a new fresh uptrend is already underway in these names. And I think if we reclaim that 56 level, man, I think we have room to keep going and running in uranium stocks.
Yep, that's right. And maybe throw up the URA versus SPY, Alfonso. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you have another reversal for the entire space.
Yeah, beautiful. Not only doing great on an absolute basis, but also doing great and improving on relative to the broader market. If we break and we complete this monster base, man, I think we have to own more uranium stocks. And how about NXE making new all-time highs?
Yeah, this is one of the leaders.
Yep, nice uptrend here. I'm trying to figure it out a good way to manage risk right now. Maybe with this extension from this monster base from 2017, 2020, or 2021, sorry. Yeah, notice how these Fibonacci extensions has been respected in the past, right? Price has, act as a resistance, then support, again resistance, then support a few months ago, and now we're hitting the 423% extension around 13. Clearly uptrend, making new all-time highs. I can't argue against that, right? So if we're about 1280, I think there's a lot of room to go for this name as well. Looking good, really good.
Next stop would be that $20.
Exactly, and look at the relative trend. This is what I like the most about these stocks. I mean, we want to own the best names out there. Not only look good on an absolute basis, but also relative to its peers, relative to the broader market. And this is a fresh all-time highs relative to the S&P 500. Look at the size of this base, right? Look at the size of this base. So if this relative breakout holds, man, and NXE, it's a good vehicle for uranium stocks. So
yep, couldn't agree more.
What else do we have?
All right, so next, this one's from Chris. He says, holding MU from a couple years back have taken almost half off during the past month. Is it time to unload the rest or let it ride? MU has been on an absolute tear. So good call there, Chris.
Bro, look at this. Yeah, I mean, nice. Again, let me put a monthly chart here. Let me zoom out a little bit. More perspective. And man, I mean, let's put things into context. We just broke out of a monster base, right? In 2024, we got a throwback back to former resistance. It turned it into support. We bounced, and look at the last few months, right? Man, up and to the right, making new all-time highs. Beautiful uptrend. And right now we're at the 423 extension level. And look, I mean, yeah, look, I think it deserved a very well
consolidation, maybe.
Yeah, consolidation. some digestions around this area will be very, very healthy. Maybe something similar to the price action we signed through between June 2024 and April of last year. But man, it's kept going up. Look at the RSI. Look at momentum.
Wow, yeah, look at that RSI.
Almost 88 on a daily basis, right? So yeah, I think it's a little bit extended, but man, this name keep looking good.
Okay, next we have from Jonathan. I would really like to hear your outlook, 1 month maximum for DXPE.
DXPE, okay. Oof. I mean,
this
beautiful
one has
chart.
Nice base here.
Yeah, wow, man, this is a great chart. And again, look at the size of that base, right? What's the market cap?
Decade plus.
2 billion market cap. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Very simple. I mean, I love it. I think this is probably one of my favorite charts. I will say right now. Because look at the size of this base. Look how very well defined our risk is. If we're above 117, I think you can own the XPE. If we're below, man, it will be messy, right? But if we're above that, we could see this name at that 261 extension very easily.
Yeah. The size of the base, you're expecting multiple targets. Very clean level. I agree with everything you just said, Alfonso.
And look, Dan, sometimes these big bases, right, takes time to resolve. We saw the same happening with Micron, right? It took a while, and over the past few months, since the summer, price has been right there, dancing right there, right at the 2013 highs, absorbing all the overhead supply at this key resistance area. And right now, if we make a breakout through that 117, if we hold that 117, I think buyers will be in total control of the trend here.
That's right. And then next we have Hansen. He would like to see SBSW versus IE. Which one's better for a 3-month time frame on the long side?
Okay, that's a great question. Let's see. Wait, IE. Okay, nice. So IE is a 2.7 billion SBSW from South Africa, right? 14 billion market cap. Man, these two charts look good. Let's compare it first let's put SBSW. So here we're looking at the ratio chart of SBSW versus IE. And look, the relative trend favors SBSW right now. However, when we look at SBSW, maybe
running up to some resistance.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Man, look at that. What a move from the lows. Look at this.
Yeah.
March 2025, 500%.
Wow.
What a trade, man. What a trade. Very similar action from what we saw in 2018, 2019, right?
That's
right.
Man,
look, right now, this is a big level. The past 2 times we have been here, the stock consolidated. We entered in a correction mode. So I'm interested to see how price react to this level. This level is around 20. Let's call it 20. If we're below 20, I wouldn't touch it. I will wait for some strength and confirmation and to see if price can clear these highs and clear this level. And any all-time highs in this name, I will be buying it, even though that it may be a little bit extended, right? But look, it's a nice base here.
Yeah, great base. But yeah, I agree. Maybe a little digestion, let it consolidate a bit, and then a break of that $20, you can get long.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And how about IE? We're above that shallow former highs, right? This is
all-time highs in this one.
All-time highs, yep. If we're above 16.5, I think the passive resistance is higher. Ugly candle today, but we'll see. I mean, as long as we hold those highs from 2023, I think the buy it's to the upside here, and I think you can give it a shot. But this one doesn't look that extended to SBSW. But
yes,
those two charts are great charts and very well defined risk management levels, which is the important part of the business here, right? So
that's right. We like clean levels to define our risk against. And
I will buy some weakness around 17, 16 and a half. We can even be more tactically and play with this pivot high from October around 18, right? I think you have your level right there for this name. But man, look good.
And I was just gonna say, drop the view up.
Very good looking charts. The big one from the lows here or the highs here. Yeah, round.
Comes in just underneath there.
Yeah, exactly. So I think you have your ultimate confirmation for risk here. So yeah, like this charts, big bases here.
Great charts, Hansen. And the last one from the mailbag is from Mr. Zerby. CDE, $17 billion miner. It's been ripping. It's made it over some key levels. He likes it above 24. He wants to get our thoughts as a longer term play over the next 1 to 2 years. CD, I believe it's a silver miner.
17 billion market cap. Let me take a look. CDE. Yeah, here. I mean, you know what? It's interesting. 10% short interest. It's kind of interesting for a 17 billion mining stock, right? So
yeah, it's not nothing.
It's not nothing. Look, it's I like it even more just because of that, right? Just look at the squeeze that we have had over the past few months, right, on a vertical line. But man, when you zoom out, we're above all those big webs, right? Long-term big webs, which means
Yep.
you know, buyers are in full control of the primary trend. Notice how in the past, you know, I won't show this bar, but look at the past, how many times we try to reclaim that big from the IPO, or let's do the all-time heights. It's more or less the same, right? The same level.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, a lot of fail moves here, and now a decisive breakout. Boom, a decisive breakout. Buyers are firmly in control right now of the primary trend, and we're just completing a nice bearish to bullish reversal pattern. Let me see right here. Oops, sorry. Right here.
That's right. That would be the level I highlight.
That's the level, right?
As long as we're above that, the long-term trend is reversed. We're now heading higher.
Let me see. Yeah, I mean, that level around 10.5 was very, very critical. And now we're confirming it, Dan. So look, for me, that's the level. The level for me is 13. If we're above 13.5, you know, I think you can keep owning and keep writing this name. This one looks so good. We're above those VWAPs. We clear this polarity level. We pull it back. We bounce higher. We're making new multi-year highs, new decade-year highs, which is incredibly amazing. And the upside potential, again, for these miners, look at copper. You know, copper hasn't even broken out yet with that authority, right? I think
just slowly making its way
exactly.
up the right side. I want to kind of see it get over that $6 level next now.
Exactly, yep. So back to the chart, man, look at this one, looking good. Copper mine, relative to copper miners, looking good. Even relative to gold miners, up and to the right since what, 2023? Yep. That's a nice bearish to bullish reversal. So let me see CDE back again. Chart. No, that's too much. Yep, so we're approaching a big level here, right?
Yep, right around that $30 level.
Yep. So those are the levels. For me, if we're above that 14, you know, the path of the resistance higher, we can see some resistance around 30, around this peak from 2011. But man, if we clear that 35, 30 level, man, I think we could see this name at 70. I think it could double from here. So the upside potential here, it's huge.
Yep, great chart.
What else do we have?
Okay, that's it for the mailbag. Let's hit the chat. So the first one, let's do DOCN.
DOCN.
From Ethan.
Beautiful chart. Man, look at that.
Nice bearish to bullish reversal.
Beautiful. Yeah, so for me, the perfect entry was around this area, right? Around this pivot highs around this, right? Right now we're approaching a 38 retracement. I think this looks like a fresh breakout, right? Because for me, the big level is not the 38. It was around 50 or 48, right? That was where all this supply was here, and it was acting as a brick wall, right, in the past. So we got that fresh breakout, a new like higher is underway, and I think we could see this name around 90. I think we were heading right towards the 61 retracement. I don't think the 38 will act as resistance in this case, just because we just had a meaningful breakout.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a software stock, right? Let me see. It is a software stock, 5.5 billion market cap, 13% short interest, bro. I love this one. The stage is, it's looking good for a squeeze here. Let's take a look at DOC and relative to IGV, making new multi-year highs on a relative basis, relative to the software ETF. So
I like this one.
Not only looking good on an absolute basis, but again, looking good relative to its peers. It's leading the way higher in the software space. So I really like this name.
All right, let's keep moving on. We got ACHR.
Let's take a
Archer
look.
Aviation.
Bro, the Archer, man, look, Jovi.
These ones have been a little bit messy.
What a stocks, right? Both have been very messy lately. So,
a lot of false starts.
A lot of false stars.
Even false breakdowns. Really just been chopping sideways.
Exactly. Very frustrated this trade, at least for me, over the past couple of months. To be honest, I have tried to capture short-term movement explosion, but man, it's a mess, right? It's a complete mess.
It's been a tough trade.
Yeah, so let's take a look. I think you have a big level here, with the VWAPs. Also, the 38 retracement around 8. Man, I don't want to see these VWAPs to violated to downside here. That wouldn't be good.
That would be a big negative if it loses. Roughly that area.
However, I think we could see this name, go back to 7. That 7 level also will be the ultimately risk management level, in my opinion. We can lose the VWAPs and reclaim it real quick, as we saw it in early December or back in April of last year. But if we lose that 7 level, that's not good. It will be a top information completing here, right?
Yep, that's right.
So if you're betting that this top information will not complete to the downside and instead it will reverse higher, man, this VWAPs and this 7 levels needs to hold. So buyers, must dig in here and at least not breaking down. That's the way I look at it.
All right, what else do we have? Let's do SLI. Seeing a lot of metals in the chat today.
It makes sense. Metals has been looking good. So this is a lithium one, right?
Yep.
1.3 billion market cap. Let me see.
Another nice reversal pattern.
Beautiful.
Breaking out today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's the level. Your level is 550, 5.5. That's your level here. If we're above that 550 level, the passive level resistance is higher. This is a nice base breakout. Buyers recently reclaimed for the second time the vigor from the all-time highs. So that means the average buyer, since that peak, since the all-time highs are in the green, and buyers in general are back in control of the primary trend. And yeah, very clear level to define risk, in my opinion.
Yeah, very nice chart. What else? Let's take a look at the ERO.
Let's see. What's the ticker again? ERO?
ERO, yeah.
Ooh, man, I remember. I know Strass like this name a lot. Sam like this name a lot as well.
That's right.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Just the copper miners have been doing very well.
Yeah, just look at that monster base breaker that we got whacked like a month ago, like 1 month ago. Man, what can I tell you about this one, Dan?
Already at the first target almost.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, gapping higher today, monster base. Yeah, I mean, it's in no man's land right now. I would like it to see how it reacts to this extension around 37. We're right there. That was our first target. And well, so far, just approaching our target. Nothing from a tactical standpoint. Let me see. From a tactical standpoint, I don't know, if it's hold 32, it's good. I mean, there's a nice breakaway gap or runway gap right here. But yeah, it's approaching our target. So
yeah, nothing really to do from a tactical perspective.
Yeah,
where it is.
Let's take a look at the relative trend. Looking beautiful. The relative trend, multi-year highs relative to the S&P. And this is interesting. It's consolidating relative to its trying to carve out and complete this reversal base relative to the copper miner. So yeah, take a look at this relative trend relative to the copper miners. So that could be a good indication if this move here will continue higher, or we'll see some kind of consolidation right at the extension level at the first target.
That's right. What else do we have? Let's do FTI.
FTI from Mr. Zerby. See you in the chat, guys.
Mr. Zerby.
Yeah, keep sending your tickers. FTI. Parabolic advance. Ooh, oh yeah, I remember this name. Sam was, very excited in Miami about this name. He showed this chart, and man, they're looking good. Look at the size of that day.
In the energy space, it was trending well, really before energy got going more as a group. I've had my eye on this one as well.
Man, beautiful uptrend. Look at that monthly candle that it's printing so far. 22 billion market cap. And yeah, of course, no short interest. Look, I love this one. I mean, the energy space, it's looking good, man. It's looking really good. If we're above that 52.5 level, man, look at the size of this base, right?
Great base.
As simple as that in this case.
Yep, very clean level.
Very clean level. Above 52, I think you can own it. Below 52, it could get, messy, more sideways as buyers try to absorb the overhead supply. But man, if we're above that 52 level, I think the path of level resistance is clearly higher in this name. Nice base here.
Yeah, very nice chart. And
what else? Let's do
TMQ.
TMQ. Okay, EVA. It's sending this TMQ. Oops. More metals. Wow. I'm impressed, you guys.
The chat knows what's up, Alfonso.
I mean, I'm glad that the chat knows what's going on with the metals. Let's see, 1.1 billion market cap. I mean, it's literally like crossing the market cap about 1 billion like today or something like that. So, man, look at this nice base breakout. I think we got a nice base breakout. We're also approaching the first target around 7.5. But yeah, look at the size of that base.
Very nice.
Look at the size of that base, right?
Yep. About 475. Already at pretty much that first target.
Yep. Let me see if we can go to a daily chart to get some tactical levels here. Yeah, I mean, we reclaim those level, right? Yeah, I like this one, right? For a tactical standpoint, I like it if we're above 660, sorry. That's the VWAP from that monster gap. What happened this day? 211%? Man, look at that.
Yeah, that's quite the move.
So that's, for a tactical perspective, if we're above 660 and that VWAP from this monster gap, I think you can define your risk and play it accordingly. So yeah,
and maybe even trade it right back to those pivot highs. What does that level come in? Just over 10?
Around 11, right?
Not a bad move. Not a bad move at all.
Not a bad move. Yeah, it's basically doubling from here. So, which is great. Okay, let's do one more and we will end the show, okay?
Okay, let's do one more. Let's take a look at AG.
Which one?
AG?
AG?
First Majestic, yeah.
First Majestic. There is nothing else in the chat. Technology or materials?
Wow. No tech. The chat's bringing no tech today.
No tech today. Okay. Okay.
Or we could do INOD.
We will go. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's a little bit different.
But this is great. AG, man. I remember when we traded right here at 8.
That's right.
Look at that monster base, man. What a good base. And again, I mean, it might be a little bit overextended in the short term, but if we can reclaim that former high from 2011 around 26.5, I think, buyers will stay in control of the primary trend, and we have to treat this move as a solid breakout. If we break back into this range where I don't want to get exposure into this name,
Yeah, if we're below that.
Yeah, only on that strength above those 2011 highs.
That's right.
Okay, so what was Dylan, I see it here in the chat.
Yeah, we could finish with that INOD one.
Okay, interesting chart here. So we have almost 2 billion market cap, and we have 15% short interest. That's what I was trying to look and trying to find. So yeah, we got it. So this is a monthly chart. Oops. This is a monthly chart. It's a little bit messy, but man, it's getting tight. It's getting tight. I like that.
Yeah, I like that with the VWAP dropped right there as the entry.
And I'm dropping just. Yeah, for me, 65. That's the level.
Yep.
In my opinion. we have a VWAP pinch situation, VWAP pinch pattern. If we drop the VWAP from the all-time highs and the most recent pivot lows from December, right? Price it's getting into those two VWAPs, and man, the way we have learned is that from contraction and volatility come expansion, and we often see these breakouts or breakdowns, getting a very wild moves. We tend to see these breakouts being very wild and fast and fierce, right? So, man, I like the setup here. I like how tight it is. And if we break above that VWAP, that's your entry, because also it represents the high from last year, or at least from February of last year. So you have some market memory there in the short term as well. So I like that one. I like it if we're above 65.
Very nice.
So guys, before we go, I just want to say, don't forget to join Steve Strasa this Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time for a special live event. He will be going through, and he will showing you how he trades the biggest earnings reports and how you can do it. So make sure to join Steve on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And guys, that's it for today's Chart Request Live. Now we're ending the show. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for sending us your tickers, and we will be back again next Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern charts, at 1 p.m. Eastern Time with more charts. Dan, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me. And guys, see you next week.
Thank you, guys. See you later.